everybody. Welcome to Funnel Factor. I'm so excited. Let me make sure you guys can hear me. I think we're good on that. Welcome. If you are here joining me live, hanging out with me today, put hashtag live in the comments so I know that you're here watching me. If you are new to Funnel Factor, what we do every day on this show is we break down a expert in their industry. We break down their landing pages. This week we've been focusing on Alex Charfen's Billionaire Code.com landing page, and it has been so cool. So today we're going to be actually focusing in on the fifth factor of my trust test. When I look at anyone's landing page or funnel, I take it through my trust test, and today we're focusing on that. So T is for text today, and we're going to be looking at how him or someone on his team or whoever created this page has used formatting the text to make the page more consumable and therefore making it converting higher. Okay, so we're going to get the timer started. 10 minutes on the clock. We're going to switch over here to this view so you guys can see this page. We've been breaking down this page all week, and so we've focused on a lot of different elements, different factors on this page. But what I want us to focus on today is literally just the format of the text. I don't care about the copy. We've focused on the copy in other days during this week, but I want to focus on just the format. Okay, so first things first is we have up here, we've been talking about how you need to be calling out who your offer is for, and he's done that very well up here. And notice how this text is actually a different color than any other text on this page. Well, actually, just kidding. It matches the orange down here, but when you are looking at it up here, it is a totally different color than anything else that you are seeing, and that is to draw attention to it. It is to make it known right away, look at this text. Look at this first. If you do not match this, move on, okay? Then we do have a logo here. This is the name of his offer. It is known, so it's cool for him to put this on here because people know what it is. He wants people to make sure that they're in the right spot. If he's telling them about his billionaire code, he's telling them about his program, and then he sends them to this page or has this link floating out there somewhere, he wants it to be very clear that they are in the right spot if that is what they are looking for. Then we have the headline. The headline is the largest font on at least the upper part of the page. And then we do have the sub headline down here, which may even be bigger. But obviously we want people to be drawn to our headline. So you need to make that very clear, very obvious when they are landing on your page. We don't need it buried in anything. I want to actually, this is kind of standard stuff right here, right? We've got our checklist. We've got, even our sub headline under this headline, just a little more information about the offer. But I want to come down here and focus on this for a moment. We've got in this free resource you'll discover, and see how nice and clean it is. It's not a lot here. This is a pretty large section, but there's a lot of space around it. That makes our eyes want to focus in on this particular part of the page. It's also white. He's doing that pattern interrupt, right? We've got a blue background, and then all of a sudden it's white. Pay attention to me. It's almost the opposite, as if you had the entire page white and then you had a section that was all of a sudden blue. It's pay attention to this. Now we have opposite, right? It's a bunch of blue, and now it's a bunch of white. It's okay, pay attention to this. Also, what I see a lot of people doing when they are making a list is they don't get creative with it. They tend to just make all of their lists look like these checklists, which is fine occasionally, especially when you need to fit the information into a small space like he's doing here. But if you have a space to play around with, and if you have if it's important things that you need to break down for them, you need to have them see each step that you are showing them. For this, it's okay if they're just kind of skimming through it. But here it's okay, I need you to pay attention. These are the 3 things that you're going to discover in this training, and I need you to know what they are. And so he's made it very eye-catching, but also consumable. It's okay, One, I know it's something about money related, it's money related, where your business is at today, how you're going to get your business to the next level. This one is also like, the icon on, honestly, these could probably switch around. They're pretty similar. And what he's talking about, it's like you need to know where you're going, what you're going to do to get to the next level, what to do to climb the billionaire code. And then this one is how to continue scaling. Like all of these are indicating like going to the next level, right? We want money, we want to go up, we want to go up, right? All of the icons are indicating like what he's going to be talking about. But the way that he has this formatted is easy to digest, and it also brings attention to it rather than just having it in a checklist, which is what a lot of people tend to do, is they just put in, here's what you're going to discover, 1, 2, 3, and it's like a vertical checklist. Like play around with your space, like what Alex has done here. Add visual interest to your page, because when you're scrolling through it, you as the audience, as the viewer of this page, when you get to this point, it looks interesting and you're like, cool, let me check this out. That is what we want people to have. Like that's what we want them to do. That's the reaction we want people to have, is when they're scrolling, makes them stop. Pattern interrupts, makes them stop. It grabs their attention. Okay, then down here, he's got kind of just this paragraph of text. This is interesting. I've commented on this earlier in the week, how I would have made the background a little bit darker. Still have the same picture, but the blue a little bit more, like less, what's the correct term? Like lessen the opacity or increase the opacity. Make it so that it is more blue and less see-through, right? Is ultimately what I'm trying to say. So that the text is a little bit easier on the eyes to read, but it still is getting the point across of that pattern interrupt. And one other thing is, like, don't be afraid to have things left aligned. He has his centered here, which is totally cool. Try, like, if you're like, that doesn't quite look right, just try left aligning things and see if it looks better. You don't have to have things centered all the time. That's another thing that I see a lot of people do, is they just think that they need to have everything centered in all of their columns. And that's not true. You can totally have things left aligned, even if they are like not directly in the center of their page. And then down here, we have his like last call to action. I commented earlier in the week that I would have made this a little bit larger, because I think this is the more important piece of the copy than this is. But I understand, like, this is almost like a tagline, so I understand if he's wanting to draw attention to it more. But I think this still could have benefited from being a little bit larger, filling up the space a little bit more, but that's okay. The only reason I say that is because it's really important. It's like, skip the trial and error. Like, he's, again, drawing attention to the pain point that he's trying to help them with. Skip the trial and error by using this proven guide to shortcut your success. And I think it would benefit a little bit if there was just a little bit more eye drawn to this particular line. Skip the trial and error, because I think that's so powerful, and proven guide, right? But again, this is at the bottom of the page, and he's been driving home this point through the entire page already. So it's just kind of like nitpicking at this point. Guys, this is such a short page, but it was so well done that like I've had so much fun focusing on it this week. But this is definitely, if you are someone who is like keeping pages to use as inspiration, save this one. It's a great landing page. It's a great page for a opt in to get something for free and guiding them to a presentation, a webinar, whatever it is. Super simple, really well done. Everything about it like is eye-catching to the right places, and it's really good. There's a few things that I would do if I were to come and improve this page, but overall, obviously he's killing it with it, because if he wasn't, he would be having his team redo it for him, right? That is pretty much it for today. This was really, really fun to do this week. I do want to tell you about funnelfactorshow.com. I'm going to put a link in the comments. Let me jump back over here. Next week, I'm so excited. I think maybe I'll show you a preview. We have a minute left. I'm going to show you a preview. I decided that I wanted to change the look of the show. slightly so that it's easier to follow along with me throughout the week. And so on Monday, you're gonna see, I'm gonna show you, should I show you a preview right now? I think maybe I will. Because every day we're focusing on a different factor of my trust test, right? T.R.U.S.T. And I wanted to make that easier for you guys when you're tuning in. You know exactly what we're talking about and where we're at in that framework. And so I did this. Let me show you what it looks like. So every week or every day, we're going to have this up at the top now. Up there. You can see up here. Yeah, here's my mouse. I'm on the wrong screen. Up here where it says trust, and every day it's going to be going to a new letter. I'm so excited. It's just a small change, but I think it's going to be really cool just to help you guys follow along. Funnelfactorshow.com, let me put it in the comments, is where you can go to get your free access into the Funnel Factor Vault. And we have all of our episodes in there. We have Russell Brunson, Ellie Bjork, Dana Malstaff, and Alex Charfen will be in there soon. And in the next month or so, I'm going to be putting in additional content. Besides this show, there's going to be really, really awesome things in there as well. I want to make sure I spelled that right. Funnelfactorshow.com. Okay, yeah, the link's in the comments. That's it for me today, you guys. Happy Friday and have a great weekend. And we'll see you on Monday for a brand new week of, I won't tell you who it is yet, but I'll maybe tease it out on Sunday for you. All right, that's it, guys. Take care.